Hi. I'm dying. Please help me.
This is the entrance to Malga Mine. If you're not here on business, then I'll have to ask you to leave.
Believe it or not, we're here on business.
Roland's mayor, Klaus, has asked that we come here and pick up a certain septium crystal.
Well, all right then. If you've got a referral from the mayor, then that's a different story. I don't mean to make your job any more difficult, but would you mind going inside and speaking with the boss directly? I'm supposed to stand watch out here.
Sure, that's fine, but why the boss? We're actually here to see the mine chief.
That mine chief you're talking about is actually our boss, Mr. Gaton. He manages the mine and all of its workers. He's the kind of guy who enjoys discovering a septium lode more than eating 3 meals a day. I'm fairly sure he's working down in the lower tunnels today.
Thanks for the tip. We'll go see if we can locate him.
Check it out! It's a minecart! Do you think it's powered by orb mints too?
Looks that way to me. How about we get in and see where it takes us?
This is the elevator we're supposed to use to reach the lower tunnels, right? Why doesn't it work?
Let me have a look. There's orbal energy running through it, but it appears to be mechanically locked. Maybe we should ask someone about it.
Great Adios! What are you kids doing down here?
That's right, Teddy.
Are you friends with someone who works here in the mine?
Not exactly. We've come to see the mine chief at the request of the mayor.
They're dying after all.
So, you're here about the crystal, are you? Well, if you're looking for the boss, he should be in the tunnels below. If you use the elevator at the end of the tracks on the opposite side of the mine, you can get down there.
We found the elevator, but we didn't know how to make it run. Do you know how to operate it?
Well, that's an easy problem to fix. All you need is a key to activate it, but since you don't have one of your own, I'll help you out by lending you mine.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. Once our business here is finished, we'll make sure to return it.
Estelle, try using that key we just borrowed. We should be able to get the elevator working this time. It looks like we can use the elevator now. How about we head down into the lower tunnels?
Hey,
Oh.
Leonard.
Hi.
What are 2 kids like you doing down here in the mine?
You're the mine chief, right? Boy, am I glad to see you. We have been searching all over this dank place for you.
We're with the Bracer Guild, and we've come today on behalf of Mayor Klaus.
I see. So you kids are bracers, are you? Huh. That's quite a feat for being so young.
It's not that big of a deal. By the way, you're supposed to have some sort of crystal for us, right?
Oh, right. Give me a second. This little baby is something you don't see every day, which is why I've been keeping it as close to myself as possible.
Wow! I've never seen a crystal this big before.
That is impressive. There seems to be light swirling around inside, too.
It's one of several types of septium. Specifically, it's an Esmelus crystal, which is endowed with the power of wind. For a gem of this size, you're looking at a hefty price tag. I'm talking about a small fortune here. Make absolutely sure that this gets to the mayor.
Roger that. Oh, it's so beautiful. It feels like I'm carrying a little fairy in my hand. This is super fun. Check this out, Joshua.
That's nice and all, but how about you stop horsing around? If you drop it, we could be in some real trouble.
Fine, you big killjoy. Well, I guess that's that. We'll get out of your hair now, Mr. Catan. But don't worry, we'll make sure this gets to the mayor.
I'm counting on you kids. Huh?
What's the matter?
That's odd. The airflow down here suddenly shifted.
The airflow?
This scent, it's...
Whoa!
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Is it over? Was that an earthquake just now?
No, it seems that there's been a cave-in somewhere within the mine. I wonder if one of the miners hit a patch of loose ground. I better go check on the extent of the damage.
Look out, Estelle!
What? Why are there... Do you usually have problems with monsters like this?
No, This is the first time we ever had anything like this happen down here. Monsters have a predisposition which attracts them to the glow of Septium. So we've had a lot of them wander into the mine in the past. But
Judging from the situation, it may be that the recent cave-in opened up a hole connected to a den of monsters.
Did you just say a den of monsters?
it's not inconceivable. But this is no time to be standing around thinking about it. I've got to get the other workers out of here.
If that's the case, then how about letting us help you out?
You're kidding, right?
Monster extermination is right up our alley. And besides, every minute counts.
You're right. Some extra help would be much appreciated.
So, how many miners are we looking at in all?
There should only be 4 others working here in the lower tunnels.
Got it. Now let's go find them.
Sorry about all this. Oh, right. Take these and use them.
Give me
if you need
items. Where?
Don't come any closer.
Oh, goodness.
I'm not trying to brag, but I'm all muscle, so I want to make a tasty meal.
Me too. I'm not delicious either. Oh, this flat would be terrible for a monster's health.
You're safe now, guys.
Thank you for coming when you did.
Oh man, for a minute there, I thought I'd never be able to sit down for another meal again.
This is no time to feel relieved. We need to evacuate this place. Any more lollygagging and you're gonna be sitting in the belly of one of these monsters.
Yes, boss.
No, wait for me.
No,
Lord
it
in
doesn't.
heaven, extend us thy saving hand.
Hey, idiot! If you've got time to pray to the goddess, then how about helping me take care of these creatures?
Is everyone all right?
We are now. Thanks to you, kids. This must also be the divine work of Adios.
What a religious nut.
Minor Heinrich is me.
If this really was the work of the goddess, then she wouldn't have allowed us to get into this mess in the first place.
It's because of unbelievers like you that unfortunate accidents like this happen.
Oh my.
How about you try and say that again, buddy?
Is this really the time or place for that kind of nonsense? Now get out of here.
You not
Wait
believe
away,
it.
boss.
You be careful too, boss.
Now, kids. Ah! I tell you what. Dude, their scream made me scream.
Things were supposed to go like this. I don't want to die. I haven't even had a girlfriend yet.
Oh no.
Help!
What? We've still got another one down here.
We better hurry and rescue him.
Oh man, you kids saved my skin.
Don't worry, you're safe now. A handful of monsters are no match for the likes of a bracer.
Did you say bracers? What are you doing in a place like this?
By the soot of my boots. You're the new recruit from yesterday. Why on earth are you digging down here in the lower tunnels?
I was hoping to get a glimpse of how all of you veteran miners work down here. Yeah, that's it. When suddenly, the walls collapsed and a flood of monsters came in from the other side.
So, we've got ourselves a veritable nest of monsters now, huh? It looks like you guessed right, kid.
So it seems.
The area up ahead is dangerous. It's swarming with monsters. Anyway, I'm out of here.
Would you look at him run? He must have been really scared.
I bet.
Did we find everybody?
Yes, that should be everyone.
All right, then let's get out of here ourselves.
Oh, it leads to a monster? I want to kill it.
Right, boss?
I'm sure glad you're safe.
You can thank these kids for that. By the way, is everyone accounted for?
Yup, everyone's here. Well, except for the new guy who took off like a bat out of hell. The poor guy must have wet himself scared.
That guy is very sus. That new guy.
I see. Well, I hope he doesn't give up on being a miner after this.
And he was the closest one to the monster den. I think he's
Anyway,
He
there's a
did
high
it.
possibility that there are monsters still in the lower tunnels. until we can confirm that
Very
it's safe.
sus.
I don't want anyone using this elevator. You hear me?
And he's like, yeah, I was,
That was
seeing
a
how
huge
you guys would do it
miscalculation on
down
my
here.
part.
Yeah, that's it.
I never expected monsters to surface or bracers to show up.
Ah, see, this is the
I
guy.
guess I just have to report the truth about everything that happened.
To who? Who are you?
I apologize for getting you involved in more than your fair share of work. I'll get in touch with the guild a little later on and make sure you two are compensated fairly.
Don't sweat it. We just did what anyone would have done in our position. And besides, it's all part of our training to become full-fledged bracers.
By the way, what do you intend to do about the lower tunnels?
I don't know, but we'll figure out some way to deal with it. There's always the option of sealing off the monster den with some explosives. As a heads up, I may ask the guild for help if we run into any other serious trouble.
Sure, you can count on us. And we'll make sure this crystal gets to the mayor as intended.
You did make sure that you didn't drop it. Right, Estelle?
He stole it. He stole it.
How rude! I'm not that careless. Look, it's right.
You didn't.
You lost it.
There it
Got
is.
it right here.
Estelle, don't play me like that.
Let's go make that delivery, shall we?
You are unbelievable.
Young lady, those are the kind of words that'll give an old man like me a heart attack.
I see. I would never have imagined that the clock tower had such an anecdote to go with it.
Oh, girl in uniform. New character? New character?
I'm totally blown away after hearing that.
With war, it's easy to speak of tragedy, but I think what's important is the strength to overcome the pain and establish peace. Well, who do we have here?
We've come to deliver the object you requested. Did we catch you in the middle of something?
Oh, Estelle and Joshua, you're no trouble at all.
Well said, Slayer.
In fact, you've come at a good time. Let me introduce you to my guest. This is Josette. She's a student at the Genis Royal Academy.
Hi, Josette.
The Genis Royal Academy.
I've heard of it before. It's a boarding school for higher education in the Rouen region.
Yes, that's right. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Josette Har.
I'm Estelle. It's nice to meet you, Josette.
You can call me Joshua.
The two of them are actually bracers. I had asked them to do a personal job for me.
Bracers? You mean the proud knights of freedom who left peace above all else and do not succumb to any power? This is such an inspiring moment. I never thought I'd run into any real bracers.
The inspiring part sounds a little much. By the way, is it alright if I just call you Josette?
Yes, please do.
So why did you come to Roland? Are you a friend of the mayor's?
No, today is actually the first time we've ever met. I'm researching the important cultural assets of each region as a part of my independent studies. And although I thought you might be busy, I've been lucky enough to get an audience with the mayor.
You're really serious about your studies, aren't you? Maybe we're intruding a bit, huh?
No, I've already asked the mayor enough questions. Instead, maybe it is I who am in the way.
Oh, don't be silly. It's not like that at all. Estelle, this is a great opportunity. So how about showing her what you brought with you?
Hold on a second.
Oh my word, that's septium, right? What a wonderful glow it gives off.
Yes, and its size is impressive too. This is indeed a gift worthy of expressing the appreciation of all of Roland's citizens.
A gift?
Worthy of expressing our appreciation. I see. So this is a gift for the Queen's anniversary.
You're sharp, Joshua. I intend to send an engraved ornament using this to the Queen, as a token of Roland's citizens' appreciation to Her Majesty, who will be turning 60 years old.
So it's a present for the Queen?
How delightful.
We as citizens of Liberal owe Her Majesty a great debt for all she has done for us. In fact, The reason why we can use an airliner with such ease is because of the support of the royal family.
I've even heard that the Bracer Guild in Liberal has received support from the royal family. We do owe her a debt of gratitude.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And can you believe it, Joshua? We carried a present for the queen with these very hands.
And what's more, you ran around with it in those hands like a wild maniac.
Why you gotta call her out like that?
You weren't supposed to tell anyone.
I wouldn't have imagined anything less from you, Estelle.
You guys! Here you go, Mayor Klaus. It has been faithfully delivered.
Thank you very much. And as a matter of precaution... Okay, it'll be safe in there. Now, all that's left is to make Melder's Orbital Factory finish up the engraving on this ornament. I can't wait to see what it'll look like when it's done.
Don't hog it all to yourself when you do. Let me see it too when it's finished, okay?
It's too bad I won't be here to see it for myself, but today I was lucky enough to speak with the mayor and see something as beautiful as that. How shall I ever thank you?
Don't mention it. This is all part of my job as a mayor.
Thank you for everything, but I think it's time for me to say goodbye.
I think we should be going ourselves.
Agreed. Have a nice day, Mayor Klaus.
Yourself as well.
So you're heading home tomorrow on the airliner, are you?
Yes, that's right. School's about to begin.
I see. So you used your school vacation time to come here.
That's too bad. We could have made great friends. I hope we can meet again sometime.
There's nothing I would like more. Please have a wonderful day, Estelle, Joshua.
What a nice girl. For looking like somebody from a rich family, she wasn't snooty at all.
Yeah.
Joshua? Oh, could I be correct in assuming that she's your type?
What? Well, what are you talking about?
You're blushing. I'm really surprised. I had no idea you were into the rich girl type.
What?
We'll have to get some pickup lines ready for the next time you meet.
Quit getting all excited about nothing. Especially when you have no idea what others are thinking.
Damn. Estelle, you so dense, girl.
Huh?
Just never mind. Anyway, let's report to the guild. The next job we're doing for Dad will be the last one.
Oh, right. All right. Let's get pumped and knock this last one out.
There you
Good
go.
work. It looks like you ran into a bit of trouble at the mine though, huh?
Huh? How'd you know?
I got a call from the mine. They said that they were incredibly grateful to the both of you. Now, how about you give me a report of what happened?
Okay then, this is what happened.
Very nice. It looks like you did much more than anyone was expecting from you. Dealing with unexpected accidents is also part of our mission as bracers. I hope to see more great things from you in the future.
You just leave that to us.
Well, you don't have to worry about Estelle missing anything, since her nose is always in everything.
Yeah, what he said. Hey, why are you saying that I'm super nosy like that?
Because you are. Your skills lie in being direct, nosy, and naive, right?
Isn't that being a bit harsh, Joshua?
Are you sure about that?
Alright, that's enough, you two. Okay, this is the last of the jobs you'll be doing for Cassius. You've heard of the Liberal News, right? You'll be cooperating with them to get some coverage for a news story.
Isn't that the name of the news magazine we bought the other day? What are the chances of that happening?
When you say cooperating with them to get some coverage, just exactly what does that entail?
It seems that they're looking for a skilled guide because they want to get some shots of a dangerous place. You'll need to ask the reporters directly for the details. The reporter and camera woman from the news service are staying at Hotel Roland. Here's a referral from the guild.
All right. How about we get over to the hotel and talk to these people?
Good idea. Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
I was wondering if I could ask you something. Is it true that the people from the magazine company are staying here?
Well, you're certainly right about that. Did you have some business with them?
Actually, we're here representing the guild to cooperate with them on getting a story.
Really? Is that so? Then I regret to inform you that both of them are out at the moment.
Oh, well, do you know where they went?
That reporter fellow said something about heading over to the bar. How about you try asking there?
The bar. Got it.
We appreciate the help.
Hey.
Who are you kids supposed to be?
Are you perhaps the reporter from the Liberal News?
That's right. But, how do you know that? I like getting the scoop on things, but I hate it when people try and pry into my life. What business do you have with me?
We're here representing the Bracer Guild. We were told that you had requested an escort.
I've been waiting forever for you guys to show up. So, where's Cassius Bright?
Well, the thing is, he had another job come up, so he's not even enrolling.
What? I came all the way here so I could get a story on this famous bracer. Crap! What a waste this trip turned out to be.
I don't get what you're so disappointed about, but there's no need to get your boxers in a bunch. We've got you covered.
I guess I don't have much of a choice. You'll have to do. Huh? Wait, what'd you just say?
Don't get your boxers in a bunch?
No, the "we've got you covered" part. What do you mean by that?
It's just like Joshua said. We're your representative bracers. Oh, and here's our referral.
Hey, this has got to be some kind of bad joke. Are you trying to tell me that you little brats are bracers?
Brats? Is that how you're supposed to address a lady?
What do you mean, lady? There's nothing sexy about you in that outfit.
Oh, God.
If you don't like my assessment, then how about slipping into a skirt and acting like all the other girls your age?
Oh, God.
This clothing is specifically designed for those who wield a staff. And this looks like a skirt, too. Are you blind? You're such a rude old man.
Who are you calling an old man? I'm still in my 20s, damn it.
These two going against each other is great.
Getting back to business, sir.
He's such a boomer.
The fact is that we were dispatched by the guild. I'd be more than happy to introduce you to someone else, but I don't know when they'll be free.
I can't extend the deadline any longer. I guess I've got no other alternative. All right, rejoice, you kids. I'm gonna leave this up to you.
What a generous old man you are.
She's such a bitch. I love it. I love it.
Easy, Estelle. I'm Joshua, and this here is Estelle.
But he deserves it.
And you are?
I'm Niall Burns, ace reporter for the Liberal News. Though we won't be working long together, I hope you'll do a good job.
I'll be grateful when this is all over, too. By the way, where is it exactly that you want us to guide you to? The way I see it, you need a trusty guide because you're headed somewhere dangerous, right?
Right. My destination is the Ismaelis Tower. I'm sure you've heard of it before.
Ha! That's it? Not only have we heard of it, but we were there on a job not that long ago.
Well, this may just work out after all. So, what I really want you to do is guide us to the tower roof. I want to get a picture for the magazine.
Well, aren't you the thrill seeker?
By us, do you mean that someone else is coming along too?
Yeah, I've got my camera woman with me. She said something about her Orbital camera not working right, so she took off to the Orbital factory.
Ah, it's gonna be girl with glasses.
She should have been back by now.
If you're in a hurry, then wouldn't it be a good idea to head over there now? No doubt you're going to take off to get your story once you meet up with your partner, right?
Yeah, that's true. All right then, let's head straight to the tower once we pick up my partner from the Orbital factory.
Wait! Anything but that! I'll do anything you ask, just please give me back my camera. It's worth more to me than my life.
This is a problem. What should I do about this, Dad?
You're the one who took the job, so you're the one who has to deal with it.
What's all the fuss about?
Could this person be?
That's her, all right. Hey, Dorothy! How long are you gonna keep me waiting?
Niall! You came just at the right time. Please help me out here.
Why did you do this time? You didn't waste all your money, so now you don't have enough for repairs, did you?
That's amazing. How did you guess? Are you like a clairvoyant or something?
When you do the same thing that many times, even an idiot would know what's going on.
Do you know this person? I'm sorry to ask this, but can I get you to pay the repair costs?
Fine, but I'll need you to write it off as a business expense. How much?
Let's see. The decorative clock and the repairs together are 2,000 Mira.
Hold on! I can understand the repairs, but what's the deal with the decorative clock?
Well, I was looking around the store while he was doing the repairs, and I saw a pretty clock, and when I picked it up, it broke.
Oh no.
But I'm glad we can write it off as a business expense. How wonderful is that?
Niall does sound great. Fits him pretty well.
That kind of amount is not going to be covered. Crap. Looks like I'm going to have to pay out of my own pocket and get my money back later.
Oh man.
Here's your 2,000 Mira.
And this is your receipt.
This is an unbelievably awkward combination if I've ever seen one.
No doubt about that. But the fact that he'll pay out of his pocket for someone means he's probably pretty nice to work under.
Sorry to keep you waiting, kids. Had to take care of a little trouble.
Who are these kids, Niall?
They're the bracers who will be acting as our escorts and guides. They'll be taking the place of Cassius Bright, with whom we'd originally made arrangements.
These young kids are...
I'm Estelle. It's nice to meet you.
And I'm Joshua.
So, it's Estelle and Joshua, is it? You may be young, but you seem reliable. I'm Dorothy Hyatt. I'm the new camerawoman for the Liberal News. At the moment, I'm training under Niall.
Why'd I get stuck babysitting this blockhead of a girl? That damn editor-in-chief.
Relax, relax. Something good will come out of all of this soon enough.
You're one to talk. Never mind, just forget it. Now that we've got everyone together, how about we go and get our story?
Our destination is the Esmelis Tower, right?
All right, let's go.
Right on!
Yes, he does.
Wow! This tower is really tall. I wonder how many floors it has.
The last time we were here, we only made it as far as the second floor. But judging from the scale, I'd say it probably has about 5 or 6.
There should be 5. At least that's what it said in a book at home.
5 floors?
It was investigated some time ago, but it looks like it was
Holy
abandoned
moly.
after that. That reminds me, it seems like there are a number of other towers like this in Libero.
That's correct. There are towers similar to this one in the Bose, Rouen, and Zeiss regions. They all seem to have been built around the time that the Liberal Kingdom was founded.
Is that so? I think I'm starting to feel the history already.
My job this time is to uncover the truth about them. Dorothy, get me a few long-angle shots of this place.
Sure! Here we go.
Amazing. Is photographers' personalities supposed to change by taking a camera in their hands like that?
She certainly looks like a pro.
Dorothy! What the hell?
Ow! That really hurts, Niall!
This happens every time you try to take a picture like that. Quit trying to act professional and just get me a shot using your usual style.
Oh god.
I guess I shouldn't try to tone down my style just to look good. Well, I guess I'll have to do it my own way.
That's what I was thinking.
Looking good, looking good. Now that's
Yes,
what I
yes.
call sexy and cute.
That's right.
Here we go. Say cheese.
Cheese.
I don't get it. Why is she doing that when she's not taking photos of a person?
Let her do her thing, Estelle.
Somehow it seems natural for her.
She says that she can see the expression of the scenery, whatever that's supposed to mean. And believe it or not, she takes some pretty breathtaking pictures acting all ridiculous like that. I guess it could be considered a type of genius. The kind that's borderline insane, though.
Wow. People are sure never what they seem to be.
Okay, I'm all done here.
All right then, let's get inside. We're headed for the roof. I'm counting on you two greenhorns.
You just leave it to us. We won't let any monsters lay a single paw on you.
Please make sure to keep close behind us.
It goes to the show, yeah.
Wow, it's bright out here. It looks like we finally made it to the rooftop.
Would you look at that beautiful scenery?
Now, this is something else. Looks like we'll be able to get a better shot than I'd originally anticipated. And that's the thing I was telling you about earlier.
Whoa.
I wonder what that's supposed to be exactly.
It looks like a giant Orbman-operated cauldron, if you ask me.
That looks like it's really important.
According to my sources, it's some sort of ancient device, although nobody seems to know exactly what it's used for.
I'm sure we'll find out later. Do not confirm or deny that, but I'm sure of it. That's how these games
Joshua, did you know something like this was up here?
Joshua?
It's no use hiding. I think it would be wise to come out where we can see you.
Huh?
Please don't hurt me. I'll come out already. I'm coming out right now.
Who is this guy?
So somebody arrived before we did, huh?
What a surprise that was. Nice find, Joshua.
And you are?
I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll give you every last mirror I have. Please spare my life.
Look here, buddy. Please don't mistake us for robbers or something weird. You do recognize this emblem, don't you?
Wait, isn't that the Bracer Guilds? So, you're trying to tell me that you're bracers?
In the flesh. I'm Estelle, and this is Joshua.
And we're here as reporters for the Liberal News. We're having these two provide our escort so we can get coverage on the tower.
I'm relieved to hear that. Please just don't ever scare me like that again. The fact that you came up here like that made me suspicious of you all.
Look who's talking. You seem like quite the suspicious fellow yourself. Do you mind telling us who you are exactly?
I apologize for my belated introduction. My name is Alba, and I'm an archaeologist. I came to investigate the tower in order to further my research of ancient civilizations.
All alone? I'm surprised you made it here in one piece.
Somewhat. But actually, I've grown accustomed to investigating ruins like these. You see, I've got a lot of confidence in my ability to flee from monsters if need be. Although, this time I found myself in a bit of a pickle.
You are one crazy scholar, if you ask me.
However, being an archaeologist would mean that you're familiar with the tower's origins, right?
Well, more than the average person anyway. But since I've only just begun my investigation, there are still a lot of things I don't know myself.
That's fine, but is there anything interesting you could tell us about this place? It'll be used for an article.
Let's see. Has everyone heard of the Septarians before?
I think Father Divine maybe said something about that before.
You mean the 7 treasures endowed with power and bestowed upon the ancients by Adios, right?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. It seems these ancients ruled the earth, seas, and skies using the powers of these treasures. It has also been written that they were even able to unlock the secrets of time and life. Approximately 1200 years ago, when this ancient civilization was destroyed by a mysterious calamity, these Septarians were also lost.
That is the legend also recorded in the scriptures of the Septian Church. But what does that have to do with this tower?
A part of the legend states that one of these Septarians slumbers somewhere within Liberal. Its name, the Ariel.
The Ariel. The word certainly has a strange ring to it.
If the legend is really true, I figured I might be able to find some clues here at the tower, since it's one of the oldest ruins in all of Liberal. So, I came out to investigate.
Aww, what an inspiring story.
It is, isn't it? You can feel my passion for things of antiquity, right? This is splendid. I am overjoyed there is someone else who understands the way I feel.
So, did you find any of those clues you were looking for?
I'm still working on that part, but if I can figure out how this device works, I might be onto something.
I think it's an interesting story, but as it stands, it's a speculative one. From what you've told me, I'm sorry to say, it wouldn't fly as an article.
I see. That's extremely disappointing to hear.
I'm surprised myself. Contrary to my expectations, you are serious about the articles you write.
That's because I can't write articles based on uncertain news sources. We may run the occasional gossip column, but it's the policy of the Liberal News to verify our information. That aside, let's get what we came here for, shall we? Dorothy, I want you to get several panorama shots of the Roland region. Everything else I'll leave up to your aesthetic touch. Now get out there and get me some good pictures!
Understood. Your apprentice, Dorothy Hyatt, is ready for action.
And as for you, Mr. Archaeologist, how about heading back to town with us when we're done here? These two kids may look like a couple of brats, but they do a pretty fine job as escorts.
Something about the way you said that makes me feel like it wasn't a compliment.
If it's alright with you to have me along, then that's far more than I could ask for.
And I guess it's decided. So, how about we take a break until Dorothy finishes getting her shots?
I feel like that guy just dropped a lot of heavy lore, and we're just like, anyways. I'm trying to remember everything he said. And I don't give a fuck these pictures. I'm trying to remember all that shit he just said.
Here. From this height, I can see all of Roland. With scenery this good, if someone turned this place into a tourist spot, they'd probably make a boatload of Mira.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Josh knows something. He knows something.
What's wrong? You look a little pale.
I can't hide anything from you, can I? After we stepped onto the roof, I just started feeling a little woozy.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I think I'll be alright once I get a bit of fresh air. Why don't you make the best of this opportunity and have a look around yourself?
But...
Broadening one's knowledge during a time like this is all part of being a bracer. If you come across anything of interest, then you can tell me about it later, alright?
Sometimes you can be such a smooth talker. You know that? Alright, I'll have a look around. But if you start feeling any worse, you let me know, okay?
Sure.
Oh man, the taste of a cigarette is
Nev
wonderful.
such.
At first, I wasn't in the mood to come do a story in a rural place like Roland, but sometimes these types of places aren't so bad.
If you want to be rude like that, then maybe you shouldn't have come at all.
No can do. This was a direct order from the editor-in-chief to teach that blockhead girl a thing or two. Otherwise, I'd be all over the kingdom searching for the latest scoop right now.
When you say scoop, don't you just mean gossip for your next article?
Not that I have anything against gossip, but reportage is predominantly greater. And in that sense, the place that has my interest peaked is Bose.
The Bose region? Did something happen there?
A number of large burglaries have taken place one after another. The identity of the criminals is unknown, but it seems as though the group has got a pair of wings.
Wings. Oh, I see. An airship, right? What are they? Sky bandits or something?
That seems to be the most logical conclusion, but there's also the possibility that this could be an imitative deception by the Erebonian Empire.
What? That's impossible. We're supposed to have a peace treaty with them.
Sure, but the Empire incurred some heavy losses during the war 10 years ago. They can't do much now that every other nation on the continent has their eye on them, but it could be a way to get back at us. That said, nobody really knows for sure, which is why our job as reporters is to bring these things to light.
Oh, Estelle, this place is wonderful, isn't it? I'm even starting to wonder if the number of photo quartz is going to be enough.
The scenery sure is great, like you say. By the way, what's a photo quartz?
It's an ultra-thin crystal circuit fabricated from septium. It's set up so that you can take a photograph by burning it with light.
That's just what I'd expect from a camera woman. Someone who knows the tools of the trade.
That reminds me, what's the deal with Joshua?
Well, he says he's getting some fresh air.
A raven-haired young man standing silently in the flowing breeze. I think I could take a really good picture with that kind of setting. Do you think he'd let me snap a shot of him if I asked?
He doesn't seem to be a fan of that kind of stuff. I think he'd probably turn you down.
Aw, what a waste. He's probably just shy, right? Oh, I know! If Joshua doesn't want to pose for a photograph, then how about you, Estelle? Would you mind if I took your photograph?
Who, me? What do you want to do with a picture of me?
Well, you're cute, and I can feel this strong aura emanating from you. You might even be able to grace the cover of a magazine.
Pass. No matter which way I think about it, that's just not my style.
I feel like I just got dumped. Oh well, I wonder what I should take a photograph of next.
The Royal Army has also been reported to be making a number of new pushes as well. I tell you what, one of me is just not enough to cover all the news.
What do you mean by new pushes?
You see, there was a young, smart apple in the War College, and it seems that he breathed a bit of new life into the understaffed and outdated Royal Army. I'd really like to figure out a way to get an appointment with the guy. But anyway, cigarettes are the way to go at a time like this. The non-smoking boom in the Royal City has really started to feel oppressive. But the more I think about it, this is the one thing I can't quit.
Oh, hi there. Estelle, was it? Is your partner feeling all right?
Yeah. He said he just wants to get a bit of fresh air.
I see. There's certainly a nice breeze up here, isn't there? I wanted to say, however, that I'm impressed that the both of you are bracers at such a young age. If I remember correctly, one must be at least 16 years of age to qualify to become a bracer, right?
You sure know your stuff, and that's right. I'm exactly 16 myself.
How nice it is to be young. There are limitless possibilities at that age. If I were about 10 years younger, I'd solve the mysteries of all these ancient ruins across the entire continent with these very hands.
The entire continent, huh? That's a pretty tall order. Which means that you're not from Liberal, right?
We're old.
No, I was born in the north. But just for the record, I'm not from Erebonia.
You don't have to worry about that, although I hate war with a passion. That hatred isn't directed at the people of the Empire.
You lost someone dear to you?
Yeah, my mother.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories.
It's okay. It happened more than 10 years ago. And since then, there's been a new addition to the family.
Oh, so you mean that boy over there?
Yeah, he's like a little brother. Although he's probably trying to act more like an older brother. I wonder why I'm telling you all this. Usually this isn't the kind of thing a person tells others.
It's perfectly fine. Aren't good relations such a wonderful thing?
By the way, Professor, did you learn anything new about the tower?
No, unfortunately, I'm still as puzzled as I was before I came up here. It seems like I'll need to do a comparative investigation of the other towers.
By other towers, you mean the 3 towers outside of the Roland region, right?
Yes, that's right. The Amberil Tower in the Bose region, the Saffrel Tower in the Ruan region, the Carnelia Tower in the Zeiss region. It seems as though all of these towers were built at around the same time as the Esmalus Tower.
You're definitely knowledgeable on the subject, that's for sure. Investigating is fine and all, but do try and avoid the dangerous bits. And I know it'll cost you a little, but you might want to consider hiring a bracer as an escort next time.
Unfortunately, being a poor scholar doesn't always leave me with the necessary funds. It appears that this device's functions have completely stopped. Under the right circumstances, however, it may be possible to activate it anew.
I better not go off by myself.
I think we're done exploring.
Are you still feeling sick, Joshua?
No, I'm much better. I should be good to head back whenever everybody's ready.
I'm relieved to hear that. What brought this all on anyway? I doubt it was the lack of oxygen in the tower because the rest of us are all right. Maybe it was a sudden fear of heights?
I don't think so.
Estelle, Joshua!
Are you finished taking pictures?
You bet I am! And I got a lot of good ones, too!
Then it looks like we're done here. How about we head back to town? All right, Greenhorns, lead the way.
I'm counting on you, children.
God, now we have a third person to take care of. Water cheaper? What do you mean?
Thank you so
oh yeah,
much for escorting me back here.
Oh, they took us back to the town. Oh, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. Yeah, I made it
This is
cheaper.
the first time I've ever been able to make it back from some ruins without being chased or bitten, or I don't know how to begin to express my appreciation.
You don't need to thank us. It's our duty as bracers.
I think you'd be better off hiring some bracers to begin with next time you go off to investigate some ruins.
My head says yes, but my wallet says no. I'll try and save up a bit, though. Well, have a wonderful day, and I hope we can all meet again.
I think it's about time we said goodbye as well. I was a bit nervous at first, but you kids did a fine job. Let me just say thank you to the both of you.
That's what I'd like to call raw skill.
Now don't get all cocky on me. The bracers I know would make you two look like little fledglings, not ready to leave the nest. You're gonna need to work harder.
I'll try to remember that.
So, are the two of you headed back to the company soon?
Nah, we're gonna spend a day or so relaxing here in Roland. I need to write up a rough draft for some articles and such.
I'll head over to the Orbital factory and get these photographs developed. Take it easy, you two.
I guess this is the last of the jobs we got from Dad. They were much tougher than I thought they'd be.
I agree with you there. I feel like I have a greater awareness now of what it means to be a bracer. It's not just about fighting for justice.
There you go again, saying all the right things. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from.
It seems like we've got a long road ahead of us if we want to succeed in this profession. For the time being, why don't we report to the guild?
That sounds like a good idea. Oh, but before we go, how are you doing? Still not feeling well?
Thanks for asking, but I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, Estelle and Joshua.
Shara? What are you doing here?
This is a rare occasion. You're usually out and about.
I just finished the jobs I took over for your father, and I was reporting to the guild.
So you finished your load too, huh?
Somehow or other, I guess. I heard from Ina that you guys aren't doing too bad yourselves. I guess everything I went through to train the two of you amounted to something.
We're grateful too. Well, I guess we'll report this in as well then.
Go ahead. Let's hear what you've got.
Ooh, eagle-eye cord.
Good work, you two. How about you, Sherazard? Don't you think they've done a fine job?
For a bunch of newbies, you did an average job, but you shouldn't be satisfied with that level of work. Especially you, Estelle. You're always the first to get on that high horse of yours.
Okay, I get it already.
Great work, all of you. I'm surprised that we were able to fill the work gap left by Cassius so quickly. I wonder if we'll be able to relax for a bit now.
I don't know. I can imagine the downtime might be a bit of a drag.
Well, that won't be a problem since there are plenty of other small jobs like patrolling the roads and exterminating monsters.
It's been a while since I've been able to take a break. All right, it's time for my reward. I'm going to drink until I can't drink anymore tonight. Estelle, Joshua, you two join me as well.
Eh? We have to watch you get plastered and make a fool of yourself?
Oh, so what you're saying is that you're turning down my invitation? You've got a lot of nerve to do something like that to your mentor.
What am I supposed to say? Your drinking habits are intolerable. You cause a ruckus, dance like a maniac, and you try to strip in public.
Agreed. It's pretty embarrassing.
Sherazard, just where do you think you're going to take these underage kids?
Come on, the alcohol is what makes things entertaining. But if you're so against coming along with me, then I don't need you, Estelle.
Really?
Yup. Instead, I'll just have Joshua make up for your absence.
Oh my goodness.
Why me? Shara?
Now hold on a minute!
Joshua, you look like you'll make a fine companion.
What is happening?
Whether we're talking booze or something else behind closed doors, I'll help.
What is happening? Oh, poor Josh. I was obsessed with Josh.
Break me in?
All right, you big pervert. Joshua, why are you drooling like that?
It's not what you think!
Was he literally drooling?
We've got a major problem.
Oh, saved by the old man. Yeah, that was the blues ladies man of all time.
Huh? Mayor Klaus?
Ruined by the old man. A problem!
So, Joshua, Sherazard, am I glad to see you?
Saved by the bell. What's wrong, sir? And why are you in such a hurry?
This is terrible. My home, disaster. It's gone.
What?
All right, calm down, Mayor Klaus.
What? I want to voice an old
Take
person.
a deep breath and let it out.
Apparently, it seems as though my home was robbed while I was out.
Uh-oh, and someone took the Sepith.
That's not being calm at all, Estelle.
I had something to speak with Father Divine about, so I was over at the chapel, and when I came home, it was rather odd for no one to greet me at the door. So I looked around, and the rooms were in a state of great disarray.
Wait, what about your wife and Lita?
Don't worry, they're both fine. I found them locked up in the attic room.
That's a relief to hear.
It's lucky that no harm came to anyone. It won't get us anywhere just sitting around here. So could you take us to the crime scene, Mayor Klaus?
Absolutely. I appreciate your cooperation.
Wait for me! I'm going too!
Good idea. We may be able to be of some help.
Well, if you insist. Ina, We'll be at the mayor's place investigating the incident. If you have anything come up, just toss it on Ridge's shoulders. I'm sure he's just relaxing at the bar anyway.
Yes, I'll do that. And everyone, be careful.
Wow, this place is an absolute mess.
The crooks really tore through here.
Look at the safe!
The septium which was supposed to be given to Her Majesty the Queen has been stolen. I'm really sorry, especially after having you go to all the trouble to bring it here.
It's not you who should be apologizing. It's the crooks who are in the wrong. By the way, how are the other rooms in the house?
The other rooms, for the most part, appear to have been left untouched. They're about as messy as the attic room in which my wife and Lita were locked up in.
Estelle, Joshua, there's something I want you to do.
Which is?
I'll speak with the mayor about the incident. I want you two to check out the inside of the house.
You mean like an on-site investigation?
Are you sure we're up to the task?
Since we're all here, splitting up would be the best way to cover the most ground. No?
All right, we'll see what we can do.
Proceed carefully and deliberately. All right, Mayor Klaus? How about we talk in the parlor?
Sure. Now, where to begin?
An on-site investigation, huh? I'm starting to get butterflies in my stomach.
Sus. So they only messed up this room. And aside from the septium, I don't know if there's anything else of importance here. If they did it if it was just for the septium, then I'm sus of that Josette girl. She was here. She was the only one in the room that was with us when I brought that shit in. Who else? Unless the mayor's in on it too. Sound like they knew whoever it was, yeah.
How about we start from this room? And let's not forget to ask for witness statements from the other residents.
Sounds like a plan.
Ooh.
It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult books like this.
It looks like he's got some valuable antique books here as well. The criminals either had no idea about the value of the books, or...
This is just a clutter box, right? It's empty as well.
The box lock looks like it was burned off. The criminals may have used an orbital gun.
It's just like the mayor to have a ton of difficult...
It looks like he's got some valuable antique. The criminals either had no idea...
This place is all torn apart. Lita would probably faint if she saw this.
It looks like all the books on the shelf have been scattered about the room. It seems kind of senseless to have done all this.
This pot's been tipped over, but there's nothing inside.
It looks like it only tipped over after being hit by something with force.
There are several documents inside the drawer. They don't appear to have been disturbed.
They seem to be documents regarding Roland City's government. The fact that these are as they are suggests there was no political aim involved.
This place is
It looks like it seems...
The gift that we delivered to the mayor for the queen is... Those crooks are not gonna get away with this.
It doesn't look like they jimmied the door either. They must have decrypted the combination and opened it.
Could they have really cracked the combination?
It's not impossible, but I imagine it'd be difficult for anyone besides a skilled pro. My best guess is that they figured out the combination using a much simpler means.
What do you mean by simpler means?
Well, let's see. They could have, for example, dusted the buttons with a special powder. A powder like that would have absorptive properties, and due to its fineness, it would be invisible to the naked eye. However, if a blue light were placed over it, it would glow.
All right.
Now, let's imagine for a minute that the mayor entered the combination with the powder present. The powder on the buttons would stick to his fingers and come off. This would be one way to know which buttons were pressed.
Now, wait a minute. Wouldn't they still not know the order in which the buttons were pressed?
That's not exactly the case. As the powder collected on the fingers increased, the amount taken from the buttons would decrease. In other words, the crooks could press the buttons in order starting from the least luminescent. It might be a little more difficult if there were duplicate numbers, but the crook should be able to make a pretty good guess as to what they are.
That makes sense. Joshua, are you a genius or something?
That's just basic knowledge. Anyway, let's check out the buttons.
Nice, Ollie. Good luck.
Just as I thought, powder was used. Now there's no doubt in my mind that this safe was opened using the same method I just explained.
Oh, right. Now, the big question is, who dusted the buttons with that powder? We know it would have had to at least be someone who visited the residence.
Right. Now, figuring out who that is, that's going to be the tricky part. We've already worked out how the crooks open the safe, so let's check somewhere else.
Look, there's some marks on this railing.
You're right. And they're fresh, too. It looks like something metal dug into the wood.
Something metal and strong enough to leave marks, huh?
This seems like something worth jotting down in our bracer notebooks.
I had such a scare! I was cleaning up the attic when suddenly a bunch of masked men came barging in.
Masked men, huh? That means this wasn't a one-man job.
How many people were in the group?
I'd probably guess about 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me. One of them was short. It might have even been a girl. When I think about the fact that I'm going to have to clean up that study, my head starts to spin. When I get my hands on those criminals, I'm going to give them a beating like they'll never forget.
Damn, I'm so sorry, Lita. I'm sorry you gotta clean that shit.
Are you all right, ma'am?
Yes, I'm fine. The intruders weren't violent toward us.
Is there anything in particular you noticed about the intruders?
They were wearing masks, so I wouldn't be able to tell you about any specific features. That reminds me. I'm certain the front door was locked. I locked the door just to be safe, since my husband had gone to the chapel, and there were just the 2 of us here. I wonder how in the world they got in.
Maybe Lita was in on it? I don't know.
It looks like the intruders. I wonder if they were hungry.
Took a bunch of food. Interesting.
Huh? What's this? Don't you think it's a bit strange for a leaf to be in a place like this? On top of that, it's not a type that grows around here.
You're sharp, Estelle. This is the place where the residents were locked up. It was probably dropped by one of the criminals as they were locking everybody up.
So it's a key piece of material evidence, right?
Okay. Let me look outside.
They said that the door was locked at the time of the burglary, right? It doesn't look like the lock's been broken either.
Which means they got in another way.
Oh yeah, I already looked at that. Outside.
This is what things looked like when I came home. I didn't get a glimpse of the criminals either.
I've had the mayor run me through all the details. How about you two? Did you find anything? All right, then let's check the details one by one and see what you've come up with. First off, what were the criminals after?
Well, all of them. All of this.
How many of them were there?
A lot. Group of 2, a guy and a girl.
Where did they get into the house from?
The outside, from the terrace.
Point blank, what is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime?
What is the portrait of those thought to have committed the crime?
Well, I guess you did a decent enough job. It looks like we'll be able to specify who the criminals are with this information. Mayor Klaus, over the past 2 or 3 days, have you had any new faces in your study?
When you put it that way, I guess there's been a number of people. That reporter from the magazine company was one.
Oh, so those two came to visit you too, huh?
But at the time of the crime, they were with us at the Esmelis Tower. I think we can cross them off the list of suspects.
I see. So, Mayor Klaus, were there any others?
Other than that, there was only Josette. But let's not kid ourselves here.
I think it'd be a bit of a stretch for her to be our thief.
Let's not rule anyone out, including her.
After all, she's a student at the Royal Academy.
So what?
Criminals aren't always dressed so they can be easily spotted.
That's right. The smart ones aren't.
As for a school uniform, if someone put their mind to it, they could create a replica.
But I'm telling you, she was a really nice girl.
Estelle.
Honest and courteous.
You gullible girl. I mean, she might not be the thief, but come on. Don't just rule her out just because of that. Let's interrogate her. I would love to.
Right, Joshua?
I'm sorry to say this, but I completely disagree.
Thank you, Joshua.
Huh?
I'm with you this time around.
During that time, when the mayor put the septium into the safe, that girl's eyes lit up like a hunter's, eyeing her prey.
Whoa, you caught that? You saw that?
Of course, since I had no conclusive evidence, I couldn't call her out on it. But at least to me, she didn't look like any ordinary student.
You must be joking.
Unbelievable.
At any rate, it looks like we're going to have to ask this girl a few questions. You wouldn't happen to know where she is, would you?
Last time I saw her, she was at the hotel.
If I remember right, she should be staying at the hotel, but she said something about taking off from Roland sometime today.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hurry then. Estelle, Joshua, let's try the hotel first.
Right.
Understood.
Estelle, Joshua, and even Scherzard. Is something the matter?
Do you remember a girl named Josette? She's a student from the Royal Academy who should be staying here.
Very sush.
Of course I remember her, but she checked out just a moment ago.
Shoot, we're a minute too late.
Let's hurry to the landing port. We might be able to catch her there.
She really didn't seem like a bad girl.
God damn it, Estelle. Maybe? Okay, yeah.
Please excuse the delay.
No, come!
The airliner should be arriving any
Do not
time now.
come.
So please be patient.
Yo, Alan! It's us! If you haven't noticed.
Oh, it's you guys. Ooh, and Scherzard too. Thank you, Adios, for this feast of the eyes.
Oh my god, that's so gross. There's so many pervy people in this game!
So, what's up?
You didn't by any chance happen to see a girl in a
What's
school
up?
uniform around here, did you?
A girl in a school uniform? A school uniform from where?
From the Genis Royal Academy.
She is.
Oh, baby. Those uniforms are so hot.
This guy needs to... We need to stop talking to this guy.
Contrast of those neatly pleated white skirts and navy blue
Stop!
socks.
Stop! You do not have to go into detail!
Oh, yes, I can see them now. I totally forget what the boys' uniforms look like, though.
Nerd! You used to go lie down for a reason.
This is one obsession I just don't get.
Thus defineth man's eternal struggle. Back on topic here. So you didn't see a girl in a Royal Academy uniform?
Nope, not this month. And believe me, I watch for those. I check all the passengers boarding and disembarking, so I can tell you at least that she hasn't come here.
Which means that she came to Roland along the roads without using an airliner. This complicates things.
Our search field suddenly got much bigger. Come to think of it, there must be others, so they've got to be hiding somewhere.
Wait, that reminds me!
What does, Estelle?
When's dinner?
I almost forgot that we found this. Could this be some sort of a clue?
Oh right, we did find that. Shara, do you know of any places nearby where survey trees grow?
Survey trees, huh? I'm pretty certain they grow in Mistwald, south of Roland.
Mistwald. That's the forest in the opposite direction from home as Roland, right?
It seems like it's worth looking into, does it? Let's hit up the highway through Roland's South Gate.
Really excited, aren't you? Well, whatever it is, good luck.
They just keep going and going and going.
Crazed lunatic.
Just walk. At a time like this.
What? What's happening? Oh shit! Dorothy! Niall, what's up? You alright?
Maybe I should think about cutting back on those blasted cigarettes.
Maybe.
What are the two of you up to?
You kids again, huh? Actually, we've got to get to Bo's ASAP.
But the airliner's not even here yet.
I know. That's why we're heading there on foot. It'll take some time, but it's not a distance that we can't cover by ourselves.
Well, don't wear yourselves out too badly. By the way, are you after a scoop or something?
Yeah, and the mother of all scoops, too. No time to talk. We gotta make it there today.
I wonder if Niall's going to be all right. See you later, Estelle, Joshua.
Well, aren't they a lively pair? Friends of yours?
Those were the reporters from one of the jobs Dad asked us to take over. I wonder what's going on.
Why are they showing me this place like it was brand new?
This is Mistwald, huh?
We were just here! Is he right because of maps? He's clearly wrong, yeah.
Can you tell us anything, Shara?
Someone came through here all right. From what I can see, a number of people passed through here not long ago. I'd wager Mira were on the right track.
How can you be so sure?
Because tracking fugitives is an essential skill for bracers. Anyway, let's check the woods. Be sure to keep your voices low.
Roger that.
Understood.